should you buy an electric vehicle? Electric vehicles have made massive technological strides since they were first introduced, and they're more popular than ever before. Yet some drivers are still uncertain to make the switch from traditional gas-powered or petrol/diesel vehicles, basically the conventional vehicles, in large part due to misconceptions that electric vehicles suffer the same shortcomings they did in their earlier years. Industry experts acknowledge that with growing consumer awareness and uncompromising emission norms, the market for these e-vehicles may continue to grow in the coming years. Just like conventional bikes and cars, there are certain advantages and disadvantages of using an electric vehicle. Here are the top few to keep in mind. Pros of buying electric vehicles in India? You'll get tax credits, with the government inducting several lucrative monetary benefits behind electric vehicles. It is going to make it difficult to reject an electric vehicle over a conventional one with an internal combustion engine. People who choose to buy an electric vehicle on loan will be eligible for a tax deduction of 1.5 lakh on interest paid on the loan amount under Section 80 AB. For salaried professionals, these tax savings made buying an electric as their next vehicle an attractive option. Electric vehicles reduce emissions. Electric vehicles don't even have an exhaust system, meaning they have zero emissions. Since conventional vehicles are large contributors to greenhouse gas buildup in the Earth's atmosphere, making the switch to an electric vehicle can help contribute to cleaner air and a healthier planet. In the case of petrol, emissions are produced while extracting petroleum from the earth, refining it, distributing the fuel to stations, and burning it in vehicles. In the case of electricity, electric power plants produce emissions, and you driving electric contributes to reducing emissions. Electricity is cheaper than petrol. Improving battery technology in today's light-duty electric vehicles means people can drive 100 miles while consuming only 25 to 40 kilowatt-hours (kWh) of electricity. Since electric vehicles use electricity to charge batteries, and domestic power tariffs range from 8 to 10 per unit, the monthly running cost is a fraction of the cost for petrol or diesel. This means that your cost per kilometer for a petrol car with a mileage of around 17 kilometers/liter will be 5.97, but for an electric vehicle of 30.2 kilowatt-hours capacity, it will only be 0.43 per kilometer. Electric vehicles are high performance. Electric vehicles are no longer penny in horsepower. Electric vehicles are far more efficient than conventional vehicles as their batteries convert 59 to 62% of energy into vehicle movement, while other vehicles only convert between 17 and 21%. Considering a unit of electricity costs 7, the total cost for electricity for 5 years will be 24,000. Electric motors also tend to react much quicker than mechanical engines, providing more torque and agility while driving. Low maintenance needs. The service, maintenance costs are not too much for electric vehicles and can safely be assumed at 25,000 for 5 years for electric cars. Therefore, the total cost of ownership of electric cars for 5 years amounts to around 17,13,000. Since electric vehicles don't run on oil, they don't necessitate oil changes or any other maintenance related to combustion engines. Another upside? The brakes on an electric vehicle, both 4- and 2-wheeler, typically don't wear as quickly as those on a conventional vehicle, which means even more savings for you. Drawbacks of owning electric vehicles? There are a few important factors to consider before signing on a dotted line at the dealership. Most electric vehicles have pretty short ranges. Although the electric vehicle range is constantly enhancing, it's still one of the main drawbacks for consumers deciding between electric and conventional. On a full charge, most electric models of 4- and 2-wheelers are limited to a range of 60 to 100 miles. But electric vehicle range in cars worldwide continues to improve, with figures spanning 110 miles for the 2020 Mini Cooper Electric to as high as 520 miles for the 2021 Tesla Model S. Replacement cost of the lithium-ion battery pack, which are at present too expensive. Another thing that prevents potential buyers to buy an electric vehicle is thinking of replacing the battery pack in the future. The prices of lithium-ion batteries are slowly and steadily coming down due to the mass endorsement of electric vehicles. The electric vehicle battery is required to be replaced when the total charge capacity of the whole battery unit falls to just 80% of its total capacity when new. Recharging can take a while. Fueling an all-electric vehicle can also be a matter of anxiety, just like going to a petrol pump. Fully recharging the battery pack with a level 1 or level 2 charger can take up to 8 hours or more, and electric vehicle fast charging stations can take 30 minutes to charge to 80% capacity. The drivers have to plan more carefully because running out of power can't be solved by a quick stop at a charging point. There are large initial investment. Although the cost of an electric vehicle can be offset by fuel cost savings and tax credits, the upfront price of most electric vehicles is higher than that of equivalent conventional vehicles. The battery packs within an electric car are expensive and may need to be replaced more than once over the lifetime of the car. However, the fuel cost savings, tax credits, and state incentives can help to offset this cost overall as soon as the benefits are available. Lack of charging infrastructure. Phase 2 of faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid endearment electric vehicles in India, FAME India, is being implemented for a period of 5 years WEF April 1, 2019, with total budgetary support of 10,000 crores. Under Phase 2 of the FAME India scheme, 1,000 crore is allocated for the development of charging infrastructure. Many private players including conglomerates and new age entrepreneurs are helping expand the charging infrastructure in the country. More areas are embracing F-charging stations and numerous hotel chains have started to include F-chargers in their parking lots. This can help ease range anxiety because the more the market embraces electric vehicles, the more innovative and practical electric vehicles and charging infrastructure will become. Today, the country is investing laboriously in and advancing the age of electricity through renewable sources, especially solar energy. Now, we must also consider that the prices of petrol and diesel will only go up in the future. Furthermore, charging stations are a lucrative market for energy corporations, so you will not only have sufficient charging stations in the future, but also a lot of competing businesses in the segment that come up with distinctive technologies like battery swapping. Since we'll likely reach a phase where we will charge our electric vehicles in our buildings most of the time, installing solar panels would become another prerogative to save us even more money on powering both our residence and our electric vehicle. Be assured that things are transforming gradually in the power generation sector. Overall, all electric vehicles, like any vehicle, must be assessed based on personal needs and vehicle usage. There are several pros to owning an electric vehicle, such as fuel savings and reduced emissions, but this can come at the cost of relying on battery charging and higher initial costs. Evaluate what works best for you when examining into purchasing an all-electric vehicle.